I'd like to start today with a story that I told it in the Whole World Single Flower. I'd like to tell it again. For me, it's a very special story.
呢一件事對我嚟講係一個好特別嘅事嚟嘅。我喺世界一花嘅時候都同大家分享過。
We often ask ourselves, is it worth it?
我哋成日都問自己，值唔值得呢？
Sitting for an entire week or 3 months, was it worth it for my knees and my back and all those things?
坐1個月，坐1個禮拜，坐3個月一個禪修，你知啦，腰又痛，腳又痛，係咪值得呢？
Are we getting something from this?
我哋係咪會得到任何嘢呢？
Right. Well, that's what our computer brain is always asking.
呢個係我個成日喺度計較嘅腦會有時諗嘅嘢嚟嘅。
Because our computer brain is taught to be productive.
因為我哋呢個人嘅電腦咧，成日都要我哋做一個好有效率、好有生產力嘅人。
Supposed to do and it's supposed to know.
我哋要做嘢啦，同埋我哋要增加多啲嘅知識。
Right. So that's the job of our wonderful computer mind.
呢個係我哋呢個腦嘅一個好奇妙嘅功能啦。
But at the end of the day, when we're driving home after the practice, for the 50th time, we came and only 3 people came, or not many people came, or maybe 15 people or 20 or 30 came. However, we're driving home and we're thinking, was it worth it?
咁好啦，到所有嘢完晒之後，當我哋揸車翻屋企啦，或者我哋有5個人坐咗禪啊，或者有15個人一齊嚟禪修啊，咁當我哋真係完結咗啦，我哋揸車翻屋企嘅時候，我哋諗係咪值得嘅呢？
Yeah, when we're in the airplane flying all the way from Italy, or flying all the way like Joe did, or all the way from Austria like we did, or London, or all the places that we flew to get here. It took hours and hours, from Spain to get here, Israel, everywhere.
你知我哋有好多唔同世界各地唔同嘅人搭飛機嚟呢度啊，有啲喺意大利啊租啦，以色列嘅廚師啦，仲有倫敦啊，仲有奧地利啊，仲有西班牙嘅同修啦。
Yeah. Well, once we got here, we said, "Wow, yeah, I'm really glad I came." Once we got here.
但係我哋嚟到呢度見到嘅時候，我哋真係哇，好彩我嚟咗喎，真係。
Because this is marvelous.
哇，真係好莊嚴，好靚，好靚。
So let me tell you a little story that might help us one day when we're driving home and it's dark and, only the 3 people came for practice that night. This is a story about a forest fire.
咁咧呢一個故事咧就係我哋曾經真係發生過嘅。咁我哋有3個人一齊禪修啦。咁我哋就關於一個山火嘅。
So right now there's many fires on the earth.
你知啦，依家有世界各地都有啲山火咁樣。
And it's scary.
好恐怖
喎。It really is scary. Jan and I are reading a book on fire right now, on the great fires that have happened just in the last few years.
咁啊 ，Young 同埋我咧都見到，即係過去幾年啦，世界各地嘅山火好恐怖。
Yeah. So there was a huge forest fire, and one little tiny bird decided to put the fire out. So this little bird flew to the next lake and picked up 1 drop of water.
咁有一隻好細嘅雀仔咧，佢就想熄滅呢一個山火，咁佢就飛去隔離一條河嗰度，咁就用佢個好細嘅嘴咧，就擔起一粒水啦，咁啊翻嚟啦。
In his little beak.
佢你知雀仔個嘴好細啦嚇。
Then he flew back to the fire.
咁又飛翻去嗰個山火上邊，就將嗰滴水咧就想熄咗個火去啦。
And drop the water drop on the fire.
就將個滴水咧就滴落嗰個山火度。
Then he did this again.
然後重複。
Maybe it was a she.
或者係一隻女仔嘅雀仔啦，即係唔係一定係男性嘅，可能係一隻女仔雀仔啦。
And she flew back.
佢又翻去擔翻滴水，又再滴另一滴水落去個山火。
She did this 1,000 times.
佢做咗1000次啦，多過1000次。
And all the animals in the forest said, "Wait, what are you doing? You're not going to be able to put that fire out. That's nothing. What are you doing?"
其他啲山林嗰度啲動物就望住佢話：嘿，你做緊乜嘢啊？你唔可以整熄啲火㗎？你喺度做緊乜嘢啊？
But this little bird never stopped.
但係呢隻雀仔佢冇停過，
It flew another 1,000 times.
佢再飛咗1000次，
And finally, it was so tired, it fell into the fire and died.
直至最後佢真係筋疲力盡啦，佢就自己跌咗落個火度。
And on the day that little bird died, it rained.
然後佢死嗰一日咧，個天就落雨啦。
And you know what that rain was? It was all the gods and goddesses in the heavens. They cried because they loved that little bird.
你知唔知嗰啲雨水係咩嚟嘅咧？就係天神，好多嘅天神，佢哋為咗呢隻雀仔嘅行動啦，係感動而落下嘅眼淚。
And they put the fire out.
然後佢哋係熄滅咗個山火。
Was it worth it for that little bird to do that?
一隻細嘅雀仔係咪值得佢所有佢嘅生命咧？
Yeah, absolutely. And you don't even know your effort. You don't know what that effort will create in 50, 60, 100 years. You don't know.
你唔知㗎，你做緊嘅時候，你唔知道你今日嘅努力付出喺50、60年後之後會達到咩成果。
So, when you have to clean the kitchen, clean the toilets, buy the food.
所以當你喺度要洗廚房啊、洗廁所啊，要去準備所有食物啊，你唔知道。
Just do it.
只是去做。
This is such an important part of our community.
呢個係我哋呢個小區裏邊一個好重要嘅每個人嘅職責。
Here's another story. Somebody came to a nun. A nun comes to the Zen master, who's also, female Zen master.
呢個係另一個故事啦。咁就係另一個女禪師，咁就嚟揾阿禪師。
And the nun says, "Please teach me."
咁嗰個女出家人咧就話啊，禪師唔該你教我啦。
And then the Zen master nun says, "What color is the sky?"
咁禪師就問呢個女出家人，個天空係咩顏色啊？
And this very good nun says, "It's blue."
咁呢個好好嘅女出家人就話藍色。
And this Zen master says, "Yes, it's true. It's blue." Meticulous way to answer, very good.
咁呢個禪師就話係啱啦，正確，好小心嘅一個答案，你答得好啱。
Isn't that like Kongan? When you go into Kongan, the teacher says, "Correct, good."
係咪好似參公案咁咧？正確。
And then you fly home, and oh, I got my answer.
然後你飛翻屋企啊，我啱咗，我答啱咗個問題。
So the next day, the nun goes to the Zen master and says, "Zen master, please teach me."
咁然後咧，又有一個女出家人又去揾阿禪師，禪師唔該你教我啦。
And Zen master says, "What color is the sky?"
咁然之後禪師又問佢咯，個天空咩顏色㗎？
And the Zen nun, she's really, oh wow, you asked me that yesterday.
咁然之後呢個女出家人就話：哇，你尋日先問完我同一個問題喎。
So what's your answer? Says the Zen master.
咁禪師就話：咁你尋日咁個答案係乜嘢啊？
And the Zen nun says, "It's blue."
咁然之後佢就話：天空係藍色嘅。
And Zen master says, "No."
咁然之後禪師話：錯。
And the nun is stunned.
咁個女禪師就嗰個女出家人就呆咗喺度啦。
But yesterday I gave the same answer. You said it was great.
尋日我答你，你話係個答案係正確嘅喎。
And Zen master nun says, "That was yesterday."
禪師就話：嗰個係尋日。
Everything has changed.
所有嘢都改變咗啦。
And this is how it is.
咁事情就係咁樣啦。
60 years from now, none of us will be sitting here.
60年後冇一個我哋呢度嘅人會繼續坐喺呢度。
Everything will have changed.
所有嘢都會改變咗。
In fact, from the moment you woke up this morning, everything changed.
其實由我哋今朝早起身嘅時候，所有嘢都已經改變咗。
It doesn't, even our thoughts, we were talking about thoughts today, even they have changed drastically since our groups.
我哋頭先講關於我哋嘅思維啦，甚至乎連我哋嘅思維由今朝到依家都已經改變咗。
So the Zen nun says, "But yesterday I said blue and you said correct. What's that all about?" And the Zen master said, "Yeah, anything that can be repeated is not true."
咁嗰個女出家人就話：咁究竟點搞㗎？我尋日答你天空係藍色，你又大讚我㗎，今日又話唔啱，咁點搞啊？
So if some of you forget, because we are all forgetting things, don't worry about it. It's anyway, you can't repeat it.
咁原來所有你一路想 keep 住嘅嘢咧，你一 keep 嗰一下，你已經係唔係嗰一樣嘢嚟㗎。咁所以當我哋忘記咗啲嘢，唔使擔心，所有嘢都改變咗㗎啦。
Since the truth cannot ever be repeated, why not relax?
因為事實係唔可以重複嘅，所以我哋不如放鬆啲啦。
Why not enjoy?
淨係享受每一刻啦。
I've learned that here from Zen Master Hyon herself and from her crew. Enjoy. In fact, they call it in the joy.
我係喺呢度跟阿大觀禪師學嘅，去享受呢一刻。英文嚟講就係即係喺嗰個快樂當中。
We can keep our Zen practice very strong, very structured, but relaxed. 我
哋每日都禪修，我哋保持一個模式，但係咧喺你禪修嘅時候咧，記得要放鬆同埋要享受當下。
When I walked into this Zen room yesterday, into this beautiful dharma room, I thought, finally, it's round.
我尋日入嚟呢個禪堂嘅時候，呢個咁莊嚴嘅禪堂嘅時候，我諗終於係圓形㗎。
Yes, I finally feel it. I feel so at home because the altar is round, the window is round.
我覺得哇，好似返咗屋企咁樣。嗰個佛壇係圓形嘅啦，個窗口係圓形嘅。
I am round.
我都係圓圓地嘅。
We are all round.
我哋全部都係圓圓地㗎。
And that's why I say we've taken that other step.
所以我頭先話，我哋行前咗一步啦。
Completely different energy is coming in. It's a rounder one, softer one, more encompassing, more embracing.
呢個能量係唔同㗎，唔同咗㗎，係比較係好溫暖嘅，好包容嘅，係一個好柔和嘅力量。
How many of you see it that way too?
你哋有幾多見到啊？有冇睇到？有冇留意到？
Yeah, exactly. I can feel it. I can feel it in each of one of you when you came in here. This delight. We can breathe. It's round. It's going to flow.
我感受到，你感受到嘅，呢度係圓圓地，你覺得好似喺度流通緊，所有嘢喺度流通緊。
Yeah. So I would like to finish just these few words just by telling you that it is such an honor to sit here with all of you.
咁喺呢度結束我嘅開示啦，我感覺到非常之榮幸，可以喺呢度同你哋一齊坐禪，一齊修行。
And to sit here with my true family.
同我嘅真正嘅家人一齊修行。
My true dharma brothers and sisters.
我真正嘅禪友。
Yeah. And all that is surrounding us. We are.
所有你哋每一個。
I am grateful.
我好感恩，好感激。
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming, and thank you so much for your wonderful ears today.
好多謝每一位嚟呢度一齊嘅人，好多謝你哋嘅聆聽。